everyone, this is Robin with mypinkstamper.com, and today I have a fun fold card tutorial for you. Super easy, anyone can do it, and I'm going to be using the En Route stamp set. I'll have all of the item codes along with sizes of the cardstock directly on the screen. If you'd like to place an order, you can order any of these items directly from my shopping page at mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. And the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of heat embossing. I'm starting with a scrap piece of our Whisper White cardstock. The next thing I'm using is an Emboss Buddy, and this helps with the static, and this also helps so you don't get the little sticky pieces of embossing all over. So I just do a quick swipe. And then I'm using our Versamark ink pad that can be used as a watermark stamp pad as well as embossing, for an embossing pad. I have here our silver embossing powder. I have about 2 or 3, maybe 4 of our embossing little containers. I just pour them in this little Dollar Tree container. And I'm just going to stamp up the You're Pretty Great. I'm actually making these cards for some of the leaders on my team of pink stampers. They've had some really big promotions, and I wanted to give them a little surprise card. So I have this on there, You're Pretty Great. And I like to kind of clean up as I go, so I don't have a big mess to clean up after. Now I'm going to take our heat tool. Now the heat tool has 2 settings, 1 and 2. 1 is really just for setting the ink, or if you're trying to dry some ink, maybe on vellum or a surface that doesn't dry as easily. This is on setting 2, and this melts. Just watch it melt. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so that's all the embossing we're going to be doing, super easy. And now I'm going to pull out my Big Shot, and I'll be using my most favorite framelit set that we have, and it's called Stitched Shapes. It comes with ovals, circles, and squares. And they also nest in our regular layering squares, ovals, and circles framelit set, so it's really nice. Whoops, I'm just gonna run this through. And pop this out, and I have the stitched look on that. Do you see that? The stitched look is right there. And I'll set that aside. And now I'm taking our lovely lipstick cardstock, and I'm using the next size up oval. You get 4 sizes in the ovals, squares, and circles. Okay, so that is all that we're using the Big Shot for. And I'll go ahead and pop that out as well. Now I'm using our Stampin trimmer. And I've already cut this piece of cardstock. See if I can grab it. This is cut at 4 1/4. So instead of cutting it like I normally do, I cut the piece of 8.5 by 11 at 4 1/4. And now we're going to do a little bit of scoring. We're going to score this piece at 5.5 inches. And then we're going to actually cut this piece at 2 3/4 on the end. So we have this for our scraps now, and I have this piece here. Super easy card, super fun. I absolutely love this fold. And now all I'm going to do is fold this in half like this. So then I have, it's just cut in half on the top. Okay, so now I'm using our Broadway Designer Series paper. I'll have the real name on the screen because I seem to have forgotten it right now. And I'm using some of our snail adhesive. This is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm putting that on the inside of the card like this. And now I'm taking a little piece of our silver foil sheet. This is cut at 2 inches by, 2 inches. Did I do that right? Let me check. No, 2 3/4 by 4 inches. I knew I was off a little bit there. And I'm going to have this be flush on the right side, and then it'll frame it around. Look at that. It just all frames. It's really super easy. And now I'm going to take some of our snail and add it onto my lovely lipstick. We're going to turn this upside down, and I'm going to use some of our Stampin' dimensionals. I'm going to be using a few. So I'm putting 2 over here, and then I want to make sure, it's actually easier if I do it on the right side, that I'm not going over the middle part. So I'm going to use 5 on this, just because only half of it will be hanging on. Take the backs off, and now I'm going to just line this up. And I have a super easy, fun fold card. And here's some more of the ones that I made already. So you can just whip these out, any designer series paper. You could use any shape on the front as well. You could even use a square, rectangle, or a big circle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.